What's going on, fellow Spidey fans? This is Solid Dave Snake doing a review on the Spider-Man Marvel Legends Infinite series Build-A-Figure Hobgoblin Wave with this review of the classic Spider-Man in the series. And this series overall wasn't that appealing to me. I really only wanted this Spider-Man and Daredevil, and that's all I picked up. So you won't be seeing any more further reviews out of this series from me. But this Spider-Man figure is incredible. It may be the only classic Spider-Man figure that I need in my collection from here on out. They really did a great job, and the best thing about this figure is all the different hand accessories and different head sculpt accessories and his single pizza accessory, which has kind of dubbed this Spider-Man the nickname of Pizza Spider-Man. And of course he also comes with a Build-A-Figure piece for the Hobgoblin, which I didn't take it out, but it is the right leg or left leg. Let's see, it is the left leg. It'll say on the back here, right under the list of characters in the series, it has a corresponding number to the corresponding spot on the Build-A-Figure picture. So I wasn't too thrilled with that Build-A-Figure either. So the rest of the figures will be a pass for me. But let's take a look at some of these awesome accessories he comes with. And the best being this pizza accessory, which the cheese on it is actually coming down to where it'll fit in between his fingers. It actually really fits in there real nice. And this little slice of pizza is really detailed overall. Actually has pieces of pepperoni on there, which look really good. Slight color variation in between the cheese and crust, and even having textures from the pan on the bottom. It's a really neat accessory. I like that a lot. And he comes with 3 different pairs of hands. Comes with 2 fists, one for his left and right, 2 web slingers, and a pair of crawling hands. I really like these hands. That was a great addition. And also these are the hands that will hold that pizza, as you saw. And one nice little detail that I saw on these is that they actually painted the inner workings of the hinge to where if they're lined up right, they will match up with the webbing on the hand. I thought that was pretty neat. Hasbro doesn't usually pay that close of attention to the small details, so that kind of took me by surprise. And of course he has the classic Spider-Man head, which we're going to change out. And he has this half mask up look on the other head sculpt. So you just pop it off and you can see the ball joint, and you just pop on the other head, which is a tight fit on this figure. So that's how you change the heads, and I'll give you a closer look at this half mask up head. And Peter Parker has a little grin on his face. I like that. Stopping right up there at the nose. So really neat that they added this other head sculpt. They didn't have to do this, but since they released so many Spider-Man figures, I think to help move it, they wanted to add a lot of extra accessories for him. And I would much rather have extra heads and hands than any other kind of silly accessories. Although the pizza is great. I love that. And it's just as simple to take off the hands. They're just on pegs that you pull right out, and we'll put both fists on them. Show you how to change those. As you can see, the peg has 2 rings around it. And once you hear those snap in, that's when you know it's in there all the way. So we'll change this left hand while we're at it too. And now Spidey is ready to duke it out. And overall, this Whole costume design is the classic Spider-Man look, and they nailed it. They really did a good job with the spider logo on the front, spider logo on the back. I mean, this is the Spider-Man that everybody envisions whenever you say the word Spider-Man, what you picture in your head. This is that classic outfit. And they really did a great job overall. Mine has a couple minor paint defects. You really have to be picky-choosy in the store. I'm missing a little bit of red paint right where the waist cut is, right above there. Right there. It's not too bad overall, mine. Really love the way the head turned out. So he looks good all around. And articulation, his articulation is great, just as Spider-Man should be. They usually go out of their way to make Spider-Man really poseable. But his head is on a ball joint and a hinge, which will look at far up, at far down, and of course rotate all the way around. He's got that nice cut here at the shoulder, which will allow to rotate in and out. Ball joint and hinge on the actual shoulders, which will go up that far and rotate all the way around. Cut at the upper bicep, that'll rotate all the way around. Double jointed elbows, which will go up all the way and all the way back down. But just like with last year's previous Amazing Spider-Man, we have the same red pegs here, so they're not going to match on your blue side. You might have to customize those if you want them to match. And then on the hand, you saw we have a peg and a hinge, which will rotate all the way around and go that far down and that far back. He's got a great ab crunch, which will go that far back, but then you can kind of notice the gap here. And he will go that far forward. And he's got a cut at the waist, which will rotate all the way around. He will only split this far, so he won't split as far as your Amazing Spider-Man 2 action figure. That's the only downside. Although I have seen people customizing them, cutting into the joints down here to let that bar get a wider range of movement, but I'm not going to do that with mine. But as is, he will only go this far out and will kick a really good ways up. And he has a cut at the upper thigh, double jointed knees, no cut here at the ankle on this one, but he does have a hinge at the foot, which you get a wide variety of movement out of it, and the much needed ankle pivot. And he does have peg holes on the bottom of his feet and a peg hole in his back for a flight stand. So, great Spider-Man action figure. If you're a Spider-Man fan, this one is a must pick up. This is the classic Spider-Man look of how we all envision him, and a great one. If Marvel Legends ever releases another Spider-Man based off of the classic outfit, it's going to have to be something really spectacular for me to pick it up, because I think this one is the only one that I'll need from here on out. So, alright everyone, thanks for watching, and I will catch y'all later. I got reviews coming up of the new Toys R Us 3-pack of the Agent Coulson, Nick Fury, and Maria Hill. So stay tuned for those guys, and I'll catch you later.